Alright, so we have a slightly different video here. Let me just turn down the game volume a little bit more, since I will be doing talking here. Let's see. I was asked a while back if I still disliked Cuz, and that is still very true, but I thought I'd go ahead and give a quick ranking of the different characters in this one. So, Feast. Right-click, basically never use it. Thrown skill, basically never pick it up. But getting more ammo, really good. And his ultras, one of them lets you fire the super plasma cannon for like the first 9 seconds of a round, and it costs no ammo. And the other is enemies drop chests. I think he's a pretty good character for starting off, because, well, you get more ammo, so you're allowed to miss more. And you won't have to run in and grab the ammo before it expires, because enemies will drop chests, or you can just blow up the entire map. Overall, fairly solid character. Crystal. The shield sounds busted until you realize that half of the areas in the game it's useless. The shield will be useless in the sewers, because all there is rats. It'll be useless in labs, because all there is mutated fists that will explode on you. And it's useless in the crystal caves, because laser beams go through it, and there's basically just a lot that goes through it. The assassins end up going through it when they swing their giant pipe at your face. The giant radioactive dogs leap at you, the mechanical yetis. So really, there's very few things that's good on. But those being bosses, namely it's really good against Throne 1, Throne 2. They basically, it's a free melee weapon. You can block their big shots. It's good against the Captain. It's good against the IDPD. And the teleport is, I think, one of the most busted skills in the game, because you can run in and then teleport out, or you can teleport in, teleport out. It is on a very short cooldown. I think he's really good. The more max HP means that you can make more mistakes. He's pretty good. But I feel like it can also lead to people just standing back, and then all their ammo and health drops disappear, and then they lose, because they never got ammo, because they never ran forward. So, a bit tricky. Eyes is a very dangerous character, because he pulls enemies in and puts his projectiles away. So, we just went over all of the different melee enemies in this game that is a very bad against. But instead of being like Crystal, you also pull in your ammo and your health and stuff, so you can sit further back and just pull enemies towards you, and that can work out pretty well. I think the throne skill is pretty good. I didn't talk about Crystal's ultimates, but it's basically just get more health, or, oh no, I made a mistake, I need to very slowly walk away, which doesn't go very well. I think monster style is good, because it basically, all the things that I just said, hey, Crystal, these things don't work, monster style pushes those guys away. All of those melee enemies. Really good. Projectile style, it's just kind of bad. I don't know why you would ever use it. I guess you can, like, set up a giant wall of bullets and fire them all at once, but, like, no, that slows down your time to kill. Melting. More rads means that you, in the very late game, can use ultra weapons more. The less max HP isn't really that big of an issue once you basically do the Rhino skin skip, where you wait until the very end to get half your HP and then get Rhino skin, because then you have 5 HP and everybody else has like 8. So you're only like 2 off from a full-blown character at that point, and you have a lot more mutations. Now the alternative is you go from 2 and, well no, you have 5, which is 3 less, so that's not great. The alternative is that you get Rhino skin early, and you end up doing the blow up low HP enemies, which is good for specific stages. There's definitely a build where you can just melting blow everything up, and that deletes projectiles, and that makes you not die, which is good, because you need to not die. But Melting is very much a challenge character. He's not meant to be as strong as the others. The less max HP, you're meant to die in one hit. It is very, very moderate reward, I'd say. Skeleton, ridiculously powerful under the right circumstances. Can you right-click to fire a super plasma cannon shot for 1 health instead of any ammo, and have Bloodlust, and have Trigger Fingers, and just right-click, 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 destroy the entire world? Yes, you could in theory do that. But you have to get to be Skeleton. It's very difficult to do that, and you have the slower movement speed, and you're very unlikely to have the ability to survive. But Skeleton is definitely, I think, one of the most broken, overpowered characters because he doesn't rely on ammo, which is the king in this game. Plant, moving faster, you dodge stuff better. The snare, I've never really found it to be that useful because if I'm going to look at an enemy, I want to kill them. I don't want to stop them from moving. I want them dead. It can be useful if you're doing it in like a trapper style where you put it down and then enemies can't reach you through that corridor, but usually I find that's too hectic for that. And yeah, the ultimate abilities, they're alright. I think the Throne skill is really good because you can use that on Throne 1 and Throne 2. They have basically 33% less health. Really good on bosses. And if you get the big snare, then yeah, I can see that being useful. But the Hunter one, where you spawn little blood guys, it's just too small of a trap, and it's just too little of a gain, in my opinion. YV, you have higher rate of fire, so you're good for a spam build, and Pop Pop means that you can right-click, fire off a shot that costs twice as much, takes twice as long to reload, fires twice as many. With the Throne, you're instead firing 3 for 3. And with the ultimate ability, then I think you're firing like 5 for the cost of 3. Or if you don't have Throne, then it's just 3 for the price of 2. So it is ridiculous. And then you get Trigger, and then the cooldown basically doesn't exist. The main thing is excess. Do you need to fire 5 super plasma cannon shots to kill everybody? No. So again, the main thing for him is bosses, and the higher rate of fire being good against regular enemies. I say YV is very high up there. He also has the room where you basically get to pick whatever weapon you want. So he's really good on daily runs, or for new players, because if you're only good at energy sword plus something else build, you're basically guaranteed to get an energy sword. So you can just cakewalk through the game there. My man. I think he's the best character. Why? Because his Throne skill makes it so that he gets ammo back without having to run in and grab it. So, as you probably saw in my most recent episode, he's really good at doing that. You can also have a melee weapon in the offhand and basically parry everything and become almost invincible. His downside of being inaccurate, you can make that go away with Eagle Eyes, and you're even more accurate than a base game character at that point. Eagle Eyes like adds plus 10, and he's got only a -2 modifier, so now you're plus 8 compared to everybody else, making him really good with things like shotguns. His later skill, letting him drop 2 of the same gun, makes so that basically, if you need to pick up a gun off the ground, you've got twice as much ammo for it, so he's good at swapping weapons. Overall, he's just a busted overpowered character because your right-click scales with how late in the game you are. And that's insane. Ew. Robot, my boy, my beloved, basically finds better weapons, means that you're better early on, and your Throne skills make it so that, well, your ultimate abilities make it so that you basically always start a level with full health and full ammo. And in addition to that, you can find better tier weapons, so you're going to be cruising through early on. His Throne skill mutation just makes his skill already better, and he also allows you to camp in the corner and then come out, eat the weapons later without having to worry about ammo packs despawning. He's also really good with Heavy Heart and really good at a Crown of Guns style of play where you just pick up all the things and shoot everything. I'm saving Chicken for later because there's a comparison I want to make. Rebel, the minions are honestly useless. They do very, very, very little, but they're fun to mess around with. So I like Rebel, even if they are kind of trash. Uh, ult skill, they're okay. You either spawn with 2, which then makes the next ones that you spawn cost 2 health, or you spawn more than 1, which also makes the first one you spawn cost 2 health. So either way, you're now spawning them at an increased price at the start, and one gives them more health, and one makes that there's just hordes of them. Basically lets you build a I'm going to get tons and tons of health build and turn that into some damage. But the guy's just too stupid to actually make the damage do anything. Funny. I like you. Not good. Horror. Busted. You basically get free choice of whatever mutations you want, so you will get the build that you're looking for. Radiation Beam is useful as a defensive measure because you can block projectiles with it. You can use your radiation late game without needing an ultra weapon, so you basically just have one more resource than everybody else. And with the Throne skill, you can even use it for healing in addition to damage. So, really, really good. His ultimate abilities, either clear the floor early, so you only have to kill like 2/3 of the enemies, which is obviously insane. Double rad capacity, which I don't really know why you'd go with that one. I guess it's better for ultra weapons and better for the beam, but, like, it doesn't change how much you get. So it's only good if you're hitting the rad cap, which is, like, never. And the last one is enemies explode to radiation. That one does basically nothing, but if you're trying to go for a kills-based build, I don't know if the anomaly one works for that. So that one's just a little something, and if you use the beam to infuse an enemy with lots of rads, then they explode more. Yay. Rogue. Blast armor. May not sound good, but if you get hit by an enemy in melee, they die. If you get hit by a projectile, you explode, and it makes it that all the projectiles around you go away. That's pretty good. Portal Strike basically lets you nuke bosses. That's pretty good. Summons the IDPD every single floor. Throne skill is alright. It makes the booms bigger. And the ultimate skills, letting you get twice as many of them, is really good. And the super blast armor, I guess, is good so that you don't get, like, multi-tagged by something. Overall, a challenge character, but they're not bad. Satan. Let's just compare this character to others right now. So, your right click is unusable 90% of the time. Because to charge it, you need to take damage. You don't want to take damage. It's like Rogue, but doesn't get rid of the bullets immediately. Instead, it charges a thing that you then right-click later to get rid of bullets. It's not great. It's actually pretty bad. 3 weapons. You'd think, oh, that's like Mr. Steroid. You get to carry more weapons with you. That's good. Except that you have to multi-tap to get them. It messes with your flow of where your weapons are. And it's just terrible. And if you want to play with 3 weapons, play chicken. You have a super plasma cannon, an incinerator, a dark sword, a hyper slugger. You take those with you through the portals, because you can throw them. You can throw your weapon, chuck it through the portal, all's good. And another thing is, if I go into settings and controls and change controls, there's previous weapon, next weapon, the air horn, all this stuff, pick up and use, woo. There's no drop button. You cannot willingly drop a gun. So, if you're playing a cuz, you will pick up 3 weapons. There's no way to turn it off. Every other character, if there's something bad, you don't have to play with it. I don't have to roll his fists. I just don't press the right-click button. I don't have to turn on telekinesis and pull enemies towards me. I just don't have to press that button. Now, you might say melting has less max HP. That's a downside you can't turn off. And you're right. But I'm choosing melting knowing that he's more of a challenge character. I'm playing Rogue because I know they're more of a challenge character. Cuz isn't meant to be a challenge character. He's meant to be a good character with an upside. But he does not have one. How long have I spent talking? 15 minutes. And let's go unlock another crown for you. Oh, that's cool. They have a little indicator above your head now of what weapon you just changed. Neat. It also shows you briefly how much ammo that weapon has. Neat. Now, I wish they showed you what the next weapon was, because otherwise I have to look up at the top left corner. Yeah, because I've got to watch 3 different kinds of ammo. I got to manage 3 different weapons. And see, I use space in order to switch what weapon I'm holding. Because the scroll wheel was being not the most kind to me. So I only move my guns in one direction. I don't have a switch for that. And even if I look up here, this one swaps over to this because I probably have it to like spaces the weapon before rather than the weapon after. Yeah, which then just messes things up even more. That's hilarious. Not expecting that. The hell is that? Why did it look like just a stick? Thank you. Crown of Risk? Yeah, I hate it enough. You know what? Crown of Destiny. This is just gonna be a quick run to the throne, nothing more. Hmm. Alright, Heavy Heart next level, and that'll be all our perks. Yeah, we went from having 99 slots in this. Please do forgive me my insolence there for a moment. Yeah, that's why I switched to that. Heavy heart, here we go. So I gotta use this thing, double switch to hammer, one switch back. Double switch to hammer, one switch back.